Hello everyone, it is I, once again, Ryan, also known as the Lovebat. And I'm going to go for a sort of two-parter this time around. I'm going to just be playing 2 episodes back to back here in my gaming session, because I'm feeling in the Blood Bowl mood. I am feeling in the mood for some bashing and thrashing of the opponents of our Lizardman team, the Sea of Red. And so, last episode, which happened just moments earlier, we concluded our second match, which we won against a necromantic team, 3-0, and we ended up getting quite a few good star player points out of it, and we leveled up one of our players. We ended up doing the bash 'em and crash 'em, my lizards, and then bash 'em and crash 'em indeed we did. Thank you, Mr. Server, for wasting everyone's time having to load everything here. But last session we were able to go ahead and get a good amount of star player points. Unfortunately, we did have a casualty on our hands. One of our players ended up dying, unfortunately. And so it was one of our Saurus that ended up dying. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording right now and look at see who died on us, so I can have a little bit of a memorial and remembrance of them. So I'll be right back. Okay, I checked the previous episodes, and the unfortunate soul that we lost last time was the Horned Lizblitz, one of our Saurus players. You shall be well remembered. Your contributions were legendary. You were MVP of our very first inaugural match. And hopefully we will be able to move on to, some very green pastures without him, but a very, very big loss, and it will be difficult to replace him in our memories. So the Lizblitz shall live on through the rest of the team. So eventually we will end up getting another Saurus player, but they are a bit expensive to replace, and we needed a team reroll really bad. Having only one team reroll did kind of hurt us a little bit last time. It's hard to take risks as much when you don't have as many team rerolls to help you out there. We do have a bit of fan factor here, since we ended up drawing or winning our first 2 matches, so we have a little bit of that going for us for some of the kickoff events. That's what helps us out with that. So fan factor, cheerleaders, and coaching assistants, they can all help us out with different kickoff events. So at the start of a half or after someone scores, we can hopefully get some favorable results as time goes along with fan factor. I'm not sure how much we're going to invest in the cheerleaders and coaching assistants, because that does add to our team value, and kickoff events are not guaranteed to happen. It's just a possibility. And team rerolls, for example, are always going to be something that you can use, so I'll probably continue to either replace players or get team rerolls for now. But yeah, on the positive side, even though we did have a casualty, again, star player points abounded. We have some players that would be close to leveling up if they get a touchdown, or maybe if they complete a pass for him. And then Tenqulaticus, he ended up leveling up and getting double 5s on his level up roll. And if you roll doubles, then that opens up quite a few skills, and if you roll 10 or higher, that also opens up quite a few skills, or things that you can go ahead and do with your level up. And we chose a movement speed boost. So he is going to probably be our star receiver. Hopefully he doesn't die on us. That would be very bad. But basically, we have a very mobile player that if we can go ahead and get him the ball and have him maybe get the catch skill later on, then we can go ahead and toss him the ball and have him go in for touchdowns. Now obviously you don't want one player hogging up all of the star player points, but theoretically other players will get them from either Skink blitzing with assists going on, or a Skink that completes a pass, or maybe someone else gets a touchdown situationally. And then maybe some of our players bash the other players in really good, and they end up leveling up, maybe. Or maybe we get lucky and an MVP gets awarded to someone that already has some star player points. So okay here, so since the other team has more team value here, We can also get some additional petty cash. So I guess maybe the petty cash here, I'm not sure where that's coming from. Like, I guess they have enough value, and they have more team value, and maybe they're spending some of their own team cash on something for this particular match. Which is why maybe we have more petty cash than normal, is because they're spending money from their reserves to be able to buy something against us because they want to win really bad. So you know what, there are some players that I really want to protect. Another team reroll would be really good, but I think a Wandering Apothecary is probably our best bet because we have some low armor value players that have lots of star player points right now, so we want to protect them as much as possible. And 20,000 petty cash isn't enough to get anything else. I think the minimum petty cash that you need to buy something is 50,000 for one of these other little things, like the Bloodwiser Babes would be helpful to deal with KOs. But yeah, I feel pretty good about getting another Apothecary because, you know, last time it wouldn't have prevented the guy from dying that died on us, the Liz Blitz, but you know, having another one can help if someone gets badly hurt and you don't want them to be out for the rest of the match. So by having two Apothecaries here that we normally wouldn't get, I think it's going to go ahead and help us. Maybe Apothecary is someone that gets badly hurt instead of someone that dies. So I think that we just want to be on defense first. We've had more success on defense and then receiving the ball in the second half after we maybe get rid of some of their players. Alright, so star player points. Again, I want to protect anyone that has a lot of star player points here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and switch these guys. Oops, didn't want to do that. So yeah, we're going to put people on up front here that don't have star player points ideally. And then we're going to move you. I guess we're going to switch you with you. And then we're going to switch you with you. We're going to try and protect him a little bit more and then have guys with no star player points out here or on the front here. And so, maybe we want to protect the guy with 5 star player points a bit more than the 3 star player point guy. And then we'll put you over there. 0, 0. Alright, I think we'll save this setup since it keeps some of our players to star player points right out of immediate harm's way. We'll have this as our primary defense. Yep, we'll override it. And then we shall confirm. So I guess I probably wanted to go over here since I have an extra Saurus on that side of the field. Alright, that's actually pretty awesome for us. And they don't have anyone else up front here that's in a tackle zone for us, so if they put one person up here, then they could prevent these two guys from taking actions, but since they don't, and we are going to reap the rewards. So this guy, If I had him more up closer, then I could try and maneuver through there to get under the ball, almost. As it is, I might still be able to do something like that. So I'm going to start by having him go over here, provide an assist. And then I think we want to move some players before doing anything else. We could try and get maybe 2 assists and maybe get a 3-dice block somehow. Let's see if that's possible here. It's still only a 2 dice. Interesting. Alright, well that's okay. Let's go ahead and take... I think we'll take you around. Have you hopefully get an assist on this lineman over here. And I think the same thing, we'll do something similar with this guy just to try and... We'll try and tie up some tackle zones up here. You really want to be able to prevent them from dodging around the field. And then I'm going to go ahead and put you over there as well to kind of screen them off. A bit risky, he's kind of in harm's way a bit, but one of them has to be, so... And then we'll go ahead and put you in a relatively safe spot, and you can provide an assist over here as well. And now I think we should go ahead and blitz. I think we want to do it from this direction and open up a lane over here. Alright, so they have dodge, so this isn't really going to do much. Oh, the linemen don't have dodge, okay. I think it's the other players that have dodge. We will follow and try and get him in there. Let's go ahead and get him next to the ball. He's a strong guy, so he should fare okay against wood elves. And then this guy... We're going to try and get him under the ball. This is very risky because he can get surrounded, but if we can get the ball here, that's going to be very advantageous. Or if he just drops it and has it land somewhere, that's also okay. Built-in dodge reroll. Oh, Jesus. I wasn't able to get the time in. Okay. Well, that's okay too. I took way too long there for my blitz, so... It would have been a risk anyway, so maybe this is just for the best. It's mainly just to try and stop them from getting the ball right away. And then dodging out of there. So yeah, they have an easy time picking up the ball because they have a high agility there. So I could have had him just go down there, but, you know, that's just the name of the game here. They fail to dodge. They have to use a reroll on that if they want. Okay, so they don't use a reroll, they get stunned, and now the middle of the field is like wide open for us now. I would love to get them out of there, but it's not likely to happen. Yeah, sorry Mazda, but we might have to deal with you just being over there for now. Now I can free up some of these guys to try and get a blitz in, because they have some high movement here to get through there. So first things first, I think we need to deal with him. Yeah, it's only a 1 dice block because he's a huge tree. So yeah, let's just try and clear this area out. Alright, so the lineman doesn't have dodge. Yeah, I think moving him that direction is probably better. We're going to stay and try and get enough assists on the tree. Oh, KO. Excellent. Skip over that, I don't care. And then we are going to go ahead. I can get some assist on him now for a 2 dice block. We'll worry about that later. Now we just need to get enough people in here. Because he has extra movement, I think they can get in there for an assist. Yep. So let's get them in there. And then I think we need to clear him out so we can get a 2 dice block going. So we need to get an assist on this guy for a block, I think. Okay, so that would be a bit difficult to do. But let's set him up. I think, will dodging be better? Do they have tackle at all on any players? Not on him. Yeah, so I'm okay dodging instead of going for it. Come on. Because it'll save us movement, and we have a built-in dodge reroll. And we have things that can help us here. Okay. So I didn't want to do going for it because I wanted to save the team reroll. Now... Alright, I think I'm going to be okay with that. Alright, so we're going to use a reroll on that. Thank God we got that one. And then... this is going to be a 2 dice blitz. And we got it. We want to push them there. We might get a player that gets the ball here. And we got them stunned, it looks like. I don't want to... it's going to be difficult to pick up the ball. So I'm just going to get them next to the ball. And then we're going to try and free up a player. I guess not. Alright, so we'll try and at least dodge out of here and get through. Built-in dodge reroll. Let's get them out. And I would much rather try and have you dodge out of here. Okay, I didn't get it off in time. I would have risked the dodge and getting knocked down instead, because that would have been better than getting knocked out of bounds. Yeah, so they try and dodge around a lot, but if you have a player with a tackle skill, or if they just simply get natural ones, then they're going to end up getting a lot of risky moves going. Thankfully, he did not end up getting seriously hurt, so... I was trying to move him out of there because having him dodge and failing would have been a lot better for us. So basically, they're going to try and get someone in scoring position and try and make a long bomb pass. Alright, so this guy over here is now freed up. And he's now freed up. Oh, not... jeez, I keep forgetting there's someone next to these guys. I need to stop forgetting that. But I have some of these guys that are free to be able to do their thing. If I take him out of the way, then I can also do some things. Let's see if we can go ahead and get him in there to assist. And then if I can clear up this lane, then I can get more of my guys around to make a block and possibly score. So let's go ahead and do this. Pretty safe. Let's go ahead and take care of him. We're going to go ahead and... I guess we're going to go ahead and follow. We want to have a tackle zone on him. Alright, so now that that's taken care of, we can get a couple of guys going around. I don't want him to score, so we want to get him around. Make it difficult for them to dodge. And then if we blitz, I think we'll do it with Maz the Daz, and then we'll go in. I think we might want to have Iztacotol actually get the touchdown, hopefully, but let's just do a blitz, and then we can still possibly push him into one of these areas, and then we can get another block in on him. Alright, we knocked him down. Good. We want him right here because we have more players in this area who can catch the ball. Alright. And do I want him to pick up the ball? I don't think so. I think I just want to surround this guy. And then, now that things are covered up over here, we'll go ahead and try and pick it up with him. I could also do a block here. I mean, I think it's a good to go situation to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and stay to keep another tackle zone down there. I'm just doing this to make sure that if we fail the pickup, then we have ways to deal with these elves. Alright, moment of truth here. Who do we want to score? I think we just want Munditeek to go ahead and score. Let's see if he can pick it up here. This is important enough to where I'm going to use a reroll. Getting a touchdown here would be very good. Alright, I'm not gonna move around or do anything special. We're just going to get the touchdown. So we did use both of our rerolls to get the score, but getting the score is more important, and we get a touchdown with our little guys. Yeah! They've actually proved to be maybe more important, arguably, than our big guys, because they're the only ones that can really score for us. So the big guys, really, they're just tying things down with all the other players, and then these guys move in to get the ball to score. That's kind of what's been happening here. Alright, I think we'll just go with the same formation again. Alright, so let's go and kick it over here once. Oh, it's a little too far over. Yeah, we'll kick it over here. Oh, riot! Trash talking! Degeneracy! Riot! 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 We both lose a turn. Okay. And somehow the ball manages to land in their hands. All the way over there. Well, getting a player with a kicker skill can help prevent things like that from happening and getting the ball more downfield. Because what they're probably going to try and do is they're just going to try and go down here and then try and dodge their way down to a score. So, we'll see how we're able to fare here. Losing a turn probably hurts them more than it hurts us, because now they have less time to get a score if we can stall this offense out. So I think they're going to try and dodge some people over here and maybe try and get a cage going. And it looks like they failed take root, so they're not going to be able to do anything for now. They do get a block there, but that's okay. At least he's not injured. Stunned is okay. I just don't want a serious injury on our hands. Okay, so we have a couple players free that we could potentially get in with a blitz, because these guys are so fast they can just move around and loop around the front line here. So, first I want to get him into a better position here. I want him to go ahead and tie things up over here in the middle. It does make it hard to move around here, but I think we're going to have enough movement speed to where that's not going to be an issue. And then I think we want to get you over here to just tie up a tackle zone, I think. Make it difficult for them to loop around, maybe. Because they might try and loop around, make a pass, and then do a thing. So we'll try and keep these players over here from looping around, or at least they'll have to take the long way around without dodging to get through there. And then, what else? You can move quite far. I think what we want to do first is we want to get you in here. We can make a 2-dice block on them. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it with this guy and get them going in there. And get them close to the sideline. We're going to go ahead and follow. And keep them there. And kind of protect the sideline a little bit with these tackle zones. And then we need you to be able to get in there with an assist somehow. Come on, why aren't you moving? If we move them up here, I think we're going to have to do that. 3+ dodge with built-in reroll. Probably better just to do it. And now we can get 2 assists instead of just 1. So let's go ahead and get you over there. And then you have 5 star player points. You have 0, so we're just going to get, again, another tackle zone over here. Try and make it difficult for their guys to move around. I think we'll just get up here. And then we're going to blitz with Iztacotol. You can do it, my man. Let's see if you got the right stuff. Alright, we knock him down. Very good. We want to move it more over this direction, so that way we can kind of get grouped up on the ball here. Alright, now, this is kind of tricky, because we could go all the way around here, but then they could get knocked out of bounds. So I think the best thing to do is just to kind of move them a bit more forward here. We've got 4 down here, we have 1 up here that can potentially dodge away. Can you get a 2-dice block? Yes, you can. Alright, so let's try and take out some of these guys. Just a push. Now let's get them away from the ball. We're going to follow. And then you need a 2-dice block over here. Both down's okay. We don't have any rerolls left anyway, so... But we KO'd a player! So that's actually not too bad for us. He doesn't have his tackle zone anymore, but we do have 1 guy left in the middle still. And then another guy over here kind of covering the back end. It's going to be easier for them to go through this direction if they want to try and go for broke and do a long pass play. But they already failed to dodge. Which means that now things are opening up for us because they didn't want to use a reroll on their dodge. I would have thought that they would re-roll that because it's probably a bit too important and they don't have very many turns left. Okay, so who do we want to get a touchdown here? We have the couple players that can level up if they score. So we need to stand you up in case things go poorly. I'm going to do all of our safe movement-based moves here before we do any of that. Oh yeah, their built-in dodge reroll didn't work, so that's why they weren't able to use the team reroll there. Okay, that makes sense. I think we're going to go ahead and blitz with this guy since he's free to do it. And we have a Wood Elf over here that needs to be taken out. So let's take care of that first. Alright, thank God we didn't get double skulls there. That would have been pretty bad. Now let's move them over there. We will follow, keep another tackle zone towards the middle. See, he's tying up the tree man there. I think we'll move you around the ball first. And then we'll move you over here to kind of prevent them from going down this direction. And then who is the lucky guy that's going to pick up the ball? I don't think we have enough movement to score a touchdown except with Tenqulaticus, but I think we'll go ahead and move you over here first to get a tackle zone going over here, I think. Maybe moving down one more would be better. And then, now that you're freed up, you're going to go over here, I suppose, and keep them going here. And then you're going to wiggle through and get into scoring position, I think. We don't really need to go for it because we have this guy right here to tie up any wood elves to try and get over there. And then, moment of truth, let's see if we can pick the ball up. Alright, very good. And then, time to get over there. We're not going to pass it because we don't want to lose possession of the ball already. And then it might be advantageous to dodge him out of there. Built-in reroll so we can get away with it. It's just to try and make sure that they can't block him, basically. Or at least they can't block him without using up their blitz. So he's going to try and prevent them from going downfield here with his tackle zones. And that's going to be it. We can't really deal with the tree, not without our big guy being able to do the legwork, so... Or our biggest guy, as he is, our Croc Hunter. Kind of love how you have like a probably like an artificer type camera over here. At least people familiar with D&D, 5th edition D&D, would probably be like, oh, it looks like something an artificer would build. And they failed to going for it on their blitz. And it's a 1 dice blitz that they get the POW, which sucks. And they get an injury too. Well, that sucks even more. We do want to use an apothecary on him. Very good. At least this guy didn't die and our star player points weren't wasted. I'm glad that we have the extra apothecary. That's why I like choosing that, because it's kind of a fail-safe. Alright, so they get a push, so... So yeah, they're trying to do their whole dodging shtick again, so... So this guy is free. We could get him up there with a going for it. I think first what we're going to do is we're going to get you into a better position to deal with all this madness. And we definitely want to get rid of that guy. The only guys that can blitz are my skinks for now. I don't have anyone else with enough movement to get over there for a blitz. This guy would have to go for it twice to be able to get over there, and we have no team rerolls, but we do have dodging available to us. So I think a dodge with a built-in reroll is probably a better chance for success than going for it. So I think I shall probably do that. We'll get him, or I think we should still just move him maybe up here, I guess. Kind of cover this area a little bit in case something goes down. And then we'll stand you up. Alright, Bonehead does not kick in. And then we have to decide who we want to dodge here. I think we'll just go ahead and dodge you out of here, and then get you over here. Oh, don't fail. Thank God. Okay. I really do not want them getting the ball here. It's dangerous to let them have the ball with very few turns left, because then they're going to try and go for broke with a long pass play to get a touchdown. And then we're going to go ahead and blitz with you, a fairly good 2-dice blitz. And pushing is actually good enough here. All we needed was a push. And we're going to go ahead and follow to make it easier on this guy to move around. Alright, and then you are going to get the ball, hopefully. Oh man, it would have been a lot better if the ball would have landed in this square, because then we have 3 players around it. As it is, they have 2 wood elves that are probably going to be able to pick it up. But we have 4 guys up here, so hopefully we can go ahead and make things a bit rough on them. Alright, so they knocked down our big guy. No armor break, thankfully. And they're trying to knock this guy around, I guess, to try and open up this area a bit more now that they have the ball again, but right now they're going mainly for blocks, and so they really need to get more players up here to try and get the ball out of there. Because right now we have a block and a blitz that we can do on them. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's have you stand up. And then really we just need you to go ahead and tie up one of these wood elves, I think. The tree is not going to be doing much. So let's just get you over. Let's just get you on this guy. And then we need to tie up this wood elf here, so we'll stand you up, Munditeek. And then this guy is also free, so we might want to move him move him around and get into this guy's grill. So now all three of these guys are forced to make a dodge. And they only have one turn left, so as long as they don't have the ball at the start of their turn, I think we're going to be okay. And then, who do we want to score? We want Mazda to score, because that will level him up. So we don't want to blitz with him. But I think we might be able to get maybe a 3-dice blitz with Rox. But I think it might be better to go ahead and do this first. We're going to surround the ball carrier. We're going to blitz first. And then after we blitz, if we're unsuccessful, we can still try and block him to get the ball out. Alright, we got him. And which square do we want to go to? I think this is going to be better for us. And then, what the heck, we'll follow. Alright, so the ball's in a pretty good spot. Do I want to move him around? I guess moving over on the ball maybe might be better, but I think we just want to take care of tackle zones to prevent people from being able to go around to get the ball. And then we'll get you over, we'll get Fly Swatter over here on the ball. And then I don't know if there's any other blocks that we really want to take here that risk anything, so we're going to go for the ball now and hope that we get it. We got it, and we're just going to go ahead and score for the touchdown. And the touchdown! Sea of Red! On an unbelievable play! For anyone that's not familiar, that's kind of what the commentator, the radio commentator for the Kansas City Chiefs does for touchdowns. They'll get pretty excited about it, and it's pretty awesome to listen to. So I do kind of prefer radio commentators for sports games, usually to the TV commentators. There are some exceptions, but I love the radio commentators that actually are fans of a particular team, so you can kind of you get some really excited calls that way, and people that just go nuts. So, oh, and the guy's name, that's the radio commentator for the Kansas City Chiefs, is named Mitch Holtis, so I'd recommend looking him up. He's a pretty cool guy. Alright, so we're just going to do it over here once again. So we got one level up so far, and we got a few touchdowns. Okay, so we can choose to go in a direction or another. Unfortunately, the kick is going right on top of their guy. Oh, excuse me. So, like, again, we don't really need to do this, but they're not going to be able to do anything but blitz the guys on the edges, so we're going to move them a bit closer. In case there's some weird scenario where we can get some decent blocks going in here. And we're just going to protect those guys. I mean, I don't know if there's one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. So I don't have enough movement with Tenqulaticus, my receiver here, that is going to be able to make it there in one turn. So we're just going to kind of play defensive here, and we're going to try and just get a good surround on the ball, I guess. Maybe just having tackle zones might be better, just to force them to dodge. Alright, so we'll go with that. Obviously, he's not going to catch it here. So I don't think that the tree guy is ever going to be able to catch a pass, unfortunately. It would be cool to get the big guy touchdown, obviously, but that's just not a likely scenario. With only 2 movement speed, probably not going to happen. He has leveled up though, so he's gotten in a lot of bashing action in their previous matches, it seems. With 6 strength, it's a bit easy for them to get 2 dice blocks on basically anybody without having help, so... And it looks like they're not even going to bother much with blocking, I guess. Or trying to pick up the ball and maybe throw a pass for star player points. Yeah, it's nice having Lizardmen that just have really high armor ratings, so hopefully they're not going to worry too much about injuries. And they get like a double 1, I think, on that. A 1 and a 2, so they really needed to pick that up, but it was a bit more difficult pickup because you have a few guys around the ball to make it more difficult on them. But this just opens things up for us. We might be able to possibly get a level up by completing a pass with Iztacotol and getting some assists in here. We're going to try and get some assists on the big tree man. And then we can blitz the linemen, I think, probably with Rox of Gold. Alright, so we're going to get in there, and we're going to go for... This is a 2 dice block, right? Yep, just 2 dice. Alright, so we're going to try and go ahead and get rid of this wood elf here. Just a push is okay. We don't want to push them on the ball, I think. We just want to try and get an area here where we can potentially at least try and throw a pass. And then now we can try, I think, getting a big play going against the woodman here. Still not enough for a 3 dice block, but that's okay. Very difficult to injure him, but became... Yeah, we just barely got it there because he has Mighty Blow to help him on that. Let's kind of clear out a bit of an area here for him to pick up the ball. We do want to follow and clear out the area there. KO, maybe? Nope, just a stunned. Okay. Alright, so we don't have a blocker that can deal with the person on the ball, but we're just going to try and throw a pass with Iztacotol and hope that on this last turn we can farm a star player point. Difficult pickup, but it's the last turn, so there's no risk here, really. And then the built-in dodge reroll is probably better. And we'll try throwing a safe pass over to this guy. Well, someone caught it. So, he doesn't get the star player point, I guess, but hey, you know, someone caught it at least. It's kind of like one of those weird circus catches. Oh, it's getting tipped around. Oh, it's bobbled around. Oh, he somehow catches it. The lineman catches it. Oh my goodness. You know. One of the big man plays where we didn't really get the big man the chance to do anything with the ball. So, for this offensive formation, yeah, these offensive setups are crappy. I'll change offensive setup number 2 here. I think we want to try and protect some players a bit more. Iztacotol, I want you back here since you can gain a level throwing the ball. move over there. We want you to get out of there. You've already gained the levels, so we don't need you to get any star player points. So we'll go ahead and switch you guys around a little bit. Put you over there. Over there. Come on. Come on, come on. We don't have forever to set this up, so I have to try and work a little bit quickly here. And then we'll just have you kind of up here. Move you to the middle. And then you have star player points, so we're going to put you back here. Well, maybe not. Maybe we want to have him up front. And we'll try and make a play to the right, perhaps. And then we'll put you here for tackle zone purposes, and maybe if you need to pick the ball up, then you can do that. We'll save this setup as setup number 2. Yeah, overwrite it. And then I just want these guys up on the line so that way they can get a block without blitzing in there. And then I can probably blitz if one of these guys and move them around a little bit. If I want to maneuver them around, it would probably be better to have them more closer to the ball. Or to the center. Alright, let's get you in here. I'm doing this just in case I need any of them to switch sides or loop around to provide an assist on a blitz of some kind. Maybe I just do that instead. And then I move everyone. I'll switch you around. Okay, so we were able to get some things set up there, not perfectly. We're just kind of running out of time. So we each get an extra reroll this half. Excellent. We have equally irrelevant coaching staffs because I don't have any extra points put into my coaching. So alright, so I can still do some diagonal kind of blocks over here, and then this guy is freed up to blitz, and maybe go that direction, perhaps. So yeah, we definitely want the ball to be going left, so I think that we want to loop some guys around here to tie them up, and then we can get into some scoring positions or something. Let's get you in the front. Tie up those guys and make sure they can't just run on through. And then I think we're just going to have you go over here and maybe just get an assist on this guy for a block. And then we still have a good amount of tackle zones around here, so what are we going to do now? Let's see, we can block on down. I think we'll go ahead and move them up a little bit here to tie up tackle zones. And then I don't think it's going to matter much if we get a blitz in. At least not. We don't really need any assists to get in a blitz because our guy has 4 strength, so it's not going to really be relevant. And then see, I think we're going to leave you there for now. And then we're going to start blocking down against these guys. I don't want to re-roll that because it's difficult to re-roll with him because he has the loner skill there. So re-rolling with him is a bit more difficult. Alright, we get him down. Move him away from the ball. And we will follow. Try and get a little wall going here. And then we'll have you go up against him. And we'll get him away from the ball as well. And I think we'll just go ahead and stay. Injury! Yeah! I mean, I shouldn't be cheering for injuries, but I mean, it's just the name of the game with Blood Bowl. Obviously, in real life, I wouldn't be cheering for people to get hurt. I never do that. So, you know, people getting hurt is actually a bad thing. So, and then we're going to go ahead and blitz this guy on the edge. And the push is okay. We'll just have him go over there. We shall stay. And we'll move him over here to kind of cover this area as much as we can before attempting to do anything else. We do have to worry about that tackle zone being freed up, however, because this guy is boneheaded. Okay, so we might want to get him maybe on this side of the ball here. So if you go there, and then we'll have you go over here, I guess. Have you go over there. And then have you throw. Throw. I was trying to have him throw that, but the game wasn't letting me, so... Yep, time copped me once again. And I'm not in the safest spot right now, but, you know, that's... Again, it happens sometimes. I probably should have gone right here instead. They'll probably blitz my guy now, since they can potentially dodge through here and get a blitz in on him. If this guy weren't boneheaded, then I'd be in a much better shape. Yeah, that's what I thought they would do. Well, we have dodge, so that's going to be okay. So they push him in there, but we have this guy surrounded, so we can get him off fairly easily. And thankfully, they don't really have a good block going on him with 3 dice, so... Alright, so one of our big guys gets stunned. Alright, so that's not exactly a good thing, but I think we'll manage. We could reverse the ball around and get the ball to Mazda here and try and get them in for a score again. That's probably not a bad idea. We could maybe make a short pass to them, maybe. Or we can try and hand the ball off to them. So what are we going to do? I think we're going to move you around and get an assist on Tree Man here to try and free up some of the middle here to make it a bit easier on us. And then we can blitz with him after doing a block here. So we'll go ahead and do this first. Alright, well, it's just good enough. We want him next to the big man here. And I think we'll go ahead and follow up the block. And then if I blitz someone, it would probably be this person to get them away. Let's go ahead and take Maz the Daz around here. We're going to reverse course here to get around. And then... oh, nope. We want to select you now and have you get around. Let's go ahead and have you maybe right here on that guy might help, but I think we want a blitz right there, so we'll just go ahead and get... we want a more safe spot for him. Just in case we fumble the handoff or pass or whatever we do. And then we just want to tie up as many of these wood elves as possible. If we can prevent 3 of them from being able to freely dodge out of there, that's helpful. And then we'll see if we can get him unboneheaded here. Alright, just a push, but that's okay. Push. So he's in place. So now we can't get a blitz with him. But we can maybe block with a 1-dice block, but that's not exactly all that great. So I don't know if we're going to actually use a blitz this turn. Probably should have blocked with him before moving him, because then I could have blitzed with him, but I think it'll be okay-ish. And then let's go ahead and pass it right from here. We want to try and get him a level up if possible. Let's use a reroll on that. He succeeds! Excellent, and he succeeds on catching it. So, yeah, we're just going to try and get him all the way down. And what the heck, we'll have you go ahead and try and block Tree Man here. Both down's fine. We just want the Tree Man to go down. So yeah, I don't think that there's any way that we can lose now. I think it's pretty much impossible for them to be able to reliably score twice. Obviously they're going to try and blitz him, but since my guys have dodge, it's going to be somewhat difficult to actually down them. They basically need a POW to be able to knock them down. He has blocked, so he can get both down to get them down. But if they only push him, then we have a chance here. Alright, so both down sucks. No. No long-term effect, I'm okay with that. Save the apothecary for when I need it, basically. Alright, so they have the ball now, but they can't move with that guy. I was really hoping that they would only push him instead of knocking him out of the game. But I was able to tie up these guys for the most part. Keep them over there. But you can get over here, though. So that might make things interesting. Alright, so let's get you up and going that way. Let's get you to stand up. You, stand up, my man. And then we want him to get up and try and get in this direction. We just really need to get in their way. Could get them up on the ball, but I think I want to save that for a blitz, for a reroll situation. I think we can get plenty of these guys up there because they have lots of movement speed. So if you can get there, and then Munditeek, Iztacotol, who's got the movement? So we can get you all the way up here. We'll do this first and get him up there. And then how far can you get? You can kind of get up there, but not enough. Maybe. Kind of, perhaps. We have a reroll here. What about you? You can get up there, though. So let's go ahead and do that. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and get you tying up this guy right here. And then we will go ahead and blitz with Maz the Daz in a moment. Let's see if we can free up this guy over here to get over there. Pushing is fine. I want them going that direction. And we'll follow him so that way the tree man, when he gets up, he has to blitz to be able to do anything effectively. Now we want to go ahead and I think we'll just have to get in with blitz. Not a very good one. Everyone is apparently tied up here. But what about this guy though? One die blitz. Not very good, but it's better. You might as well do it. And pushing is not bad. Let's go ahead and get them away from being able to make a block. We'll stay. And then we're going to get on the ball carrier here. And then, you know, why not? Let's just go and dodge out of here. Let's see if we can get another person over here. Yep, let's use the dodge reroll. Get them out of there. I just want to tie up this area so they can't just run on through, and that'll be the end of the turn. Thankfully that turn went by faster than usual, so I didn't have to worry about time. I tend to take a bit too long with my turns trying to plan out my moves. Football in real life is also kind of like a chess game. You have to kind of plan out what you're going to do with your players and your strategy, and you have to have a game plan for every game and each of your opponents. So they're trying to go for a long passing play score here, I think. He failed to stand up. So once you knock him down, it's a lot harder for him to be able to get up. Okay, so they're bashing a bit down here. Alright, KO'd. That's okay. If we manage to score, there's a chance they can get back in the game at the very last moment, so... As long as no one suffers a serious injury, like losing ability points or losing armor value or anything like that, we're okay. We still have two people on the ball, and they can't really go this way all that well. Even after the blitz, it's not really reliable to go this direction because there's just so much dodging to be done. And I'm not really sure if that's all that wise, because we can get a 2-dice blitz on them very easily right now. We have 3 different players that can do it as well. So, Swatter might get the ball. We can get someone in scoring position here. It's not going to be you because you don't have very much movement, so we'll get you around there and maybe you can contribute a block. You've already leveled up. Let's get you... Oh, we have to dodge to go that way. Okay, so we're not going to bother with that. We're going to move you there so we can block him. And then Swatter might be able to get the ball here. And we just want to surround the ball carrier and try and get a 3-die blitz on them. And then maybe we can get someone into the scoring position here. I want him to get the blitz, so this way he can potentially get closer to leveling up if he gets an injury going. And then I think we want to blitz him from this direction to make dodging harder if we can't get him. Oh, never mind, I forgot to blitz. God damn it. Well, I can still blitz with one of these guys. Okay, well... I keep forgetting to activate the blitz first, but I can still do it with one of these guys, and it's okay. It's still a 2-die blitz with this guy, so we'll go ahead and do this. Could have been a 3-die, but what can you do? We'll move him that way. This way. And we'll follow him. So that kind of sucked, but again, it happens sometimes. And we really kind of want to get us around on their player here. 3+ dodge with built-in reroll, we'll just do it. And then we'll get him. We just want to make the dodging as difficult as possible here. And that's a good spot for him. So if we surround the ball carrier, it's going to be incredibly difficult to pass it. And then it's also going to be very difficult to dodge out. Get you over there. Follow it up. Alright, only a stun, but hey, anything's good with the little guys. Our stud player so far, getting that in. Bit risky going with it when he has Bonehead going, or the potential for Bonehead, because then he loses the tackle zone. So now he's in the way of a passing lane if they try and pass the ball down here. I mean, I don't think I have anything else that I can do here. Do I have anyone else I can move? I don't think so. No one else to get up off the ground either, I think. So we'll end the turn. Usually the turn should end automatically if you don't have any other actions that you can do. Or any other movements that you can do. So they're doing a block over here somewhere. Oh, no, they're getting the guy up. Okay. Well, they can't really move him. So somehow they're able to make some difficult dodges. They failed passing the ball. They did get the catch. They'll probably get a touchdown here. I mean, I was hoping that by having them surrounded, that dodging out of there would be very difficult to do, but apparently not. Okay, so let's just get to our guys. Do we get any KOs back? We do. But we do have a chance to score now and maybe get some star player points out of this whole deal. So let's go ahead and move you, I guess, over here. We kind of want to get them close to the middle. Let's see, you've already leveled up, so we'll get someone else a chance to throw a pass. How about you? You're getting pretty close. Then maybe we can score a touchdown with Munditeek here, like we were trying to do earlier, and then he got knocked down on the sideline. So, and I guess we'll just save this setup. Come on. As the third one, if we need it. Alright, so you can get some star player points as well as you. I guess maybe we don't want him. Maybe we do. Let's just move some guys around here. And then we'll get you over there. I think we want to be able to block all of these guys. Be able to block down and get our ground and pound game going by mauling them in the front. We'll save this over the third one. We want all of our guys on the right side to block them. And we leave some tackle zones open there, but since we're on offense, we can rearrange our players. Alright, a riot's actually not that bad for us here. It does lessen the chance that we will score, but it also lessens the chance that they'll score on the other end. And somehow it just lands right into our player. Okay. So let's go ahead and move some people around then, because I think we want a chance of scoring. So you can get all the way over there to get an assist on a blitz. And then you, I think, can also get over there? No, you can't. Okay, well, let's go ahead and then... we can't do that either. Let's tie up some of these elves over here. Kind of cover the tackle zones a little bit. They dodge all the time. They're likely to do it again, but, you know, what can you do here? And then I think we really want to set up a blitz. And maybe get someone into position for a scoring opportunity here. So let's get you in there. Again, somewhat risky leaving a side of the field open with a very mobile team, but I think we want to set up a scoring opportunity here if possible. And then we'll get the blitz going over here first to start. Very good. We really needed that. Let's get him away. Come on. I click there and sometimes the clicks just don't register for some reason. I don't know if it's because my computer is slow, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Oh, we got an injury! We got star player points. Alrighty. Even the little guys are getting in on the action. So, again, our little guys can be effective blitzers if you can gang up on them because they have such high movement speed to do that. And then we want to try and force them to go around all these little guys. You are going to get in scoring position and try and force them to go that direction. They can't blitz him out of there, so we're not going to worry about the sideline. At least not in one turn. He doesn't have any star player points to worry about, so... Then... we're going to move you up a little bit. So we're going to have some players creating tackle zones around here, so even if they try and blitz, it's not going to be a very effective one, I imagine. And so we're going to start by going with the 2-die block over here. Time for the frontliners to get in on the action. We're just going to go ahead and stay here, make a tackle zone, and provide an assist up here. We might want to free him up to get around, so we're going to take this block first. Very good. Let's get him out of there. Follow it up. Another injury. Now we're getting them. Yeah, the Wood Elves do not have the best of armor, and so there you've gotten like a broken nose or something, and then broken ribs or stuff like that to miss the next game. And now we want to get him on the ball. So we want him to protect the ball carrier, and then we can get a 2-die block on the tree man to end the turn. Alright, very good. He has stand firm, but at least we were able to knock him down. And I think that's the end of our turn. So we have one scoring threat. They have high movement speed, so they might be able to get around there and blitz him, or go for it and try and stop him. They do still have a chance of having a draw here if they can find a way to score in like 2 turns after this, but it's probably unlikely. We're probably not going to risk a throw unless it's on their side of the field. Alright, so they used their reroll already. And they failed again. So if you use your... Oh, he died! No! I mean, it's good for us that we got another injury for the star player points, but I hate people dying. Like, it's just not my thing. I'd much rather the teams have their players in the long run for a good, healthy competition. You know, maybe that's just my stick. You know, maybe I'm just acting too much like a lawful good paladin here. But I like a good, healthy competition. I don't like it when players get hurt for the long run or die. You know. So we can score this turn if we get a successful pass to Maz the Daz. And if we don't succeed with that, then it's unlikely that they're going to be able to score, I think. So we just want to get some tackle zones set up here. Oh, come on. We want to tie up both of them. And then let's go ahead and get you over here. All of our big guys have 6 movement speed, which is very helpful. So let's get the big man over there. We could blitz with him, or we could have blitzed with him, but since he has Bonehead, that could have prevented that from happening, so we don't want to blitz with him. Blitzing with these guys is a safer bet. Okay. So you have the movement speed bonus. If you score a touchdown, you get a level up, but you're not really in a position or a good position to be able to do that. We could blitz with this guy right here and get that going. So let's move you around since we can. We could also score with him, potentially, and hand the ball off. But we want to get some other people's star player points to level up here. So we'll get him a bit closer down the field. And then we want to get you, I think, kind of going with maybe getting an assist somewhere or tying up some of their players. Maybe we'll move you afterwards because you still provide a tackle zone in the middle. I think we'll just go ahead and blitz here and see what happens. And it's a 3-die block, so that's going to be very good. And we have a reroll. Alright, so we got him. And move him over there. We're not going to follow. We don't need our man right there. Since we blitzed, we can move him 1 space, I think. No, we can't. Alright, so we're going to just leave him there then. And then now Munditeek is free to get up in here and tie things up even more over here, I think. Yeah, honestly, I just want to make sure that they cannot get through here to my players. And we'll get you moving through there. Let's just get you going over here to wall things off even more. And then the first thing I want to do is get you into scoring position. Oh, not over there. Move you over there. Let's just try and pass it. Come on. Team reroll. Come on. You can do it. Alright, well that's okay. The ball's over there. Still very favorable for us. I was going to try and go for it since it's a bit easier to make the pass easier, but what can you do? So it's going to be very difficult for them to get to the ball because they have so many players over here. And they have no rerolls left, so they're not going to be able to get themselves out of the jam if they fail to dodge around. So they're just going for pushes. They might try and blitz with one of these 2 players somewhere, or not blitz, but try and get them over on the ball, but I guess they're not really attempting to do that. Maybe they feel like they can't do that. If they go for it and dodge, they could get on the ball. Alright, so we have another chance to basically score here. And we do have one reroll. So basically, I think what we're going to do is just take safe blocks, and then we're going to have a big blitz, and that's going to be it. So you get over here for an assist. You also get over here for an assist. And heck, you know, let's try and go ahead and get you in for an assist somewhere. Can you get over here? No, you can't. Okay. So let's just try and tie this player up just in case. They don't have anyone downfield for a score, so they can't score on their next turn if something terrible happens. So and then let's go ahead and get the big guy in here. And then let's get you. Only a 2-die block, but that's frankly that's probably good enough. I don't know, maybe. Let's go ahead and get maybe yeah, maybe we can blitz over there. I don't know. Can we? Do we have enough movement? We do. Yeah, maybe we can try and get Munditeek the touchdown, since they would get a level up with that. Let's free up them and see if we can get this going. Alright, a push. I mean, I guess that's good enough, I guess. Move them over there. So yeah, we're just trying to free up our players to see if we have options for scoring the touchdowns, so that way maybe we can get a level up here, but I think we're not going to chance too much here. We're just going to try and pick up the ball and score. Or no, not there. Let's go. Well, we could go over here and make another 2-die block. Let's see if you can do it. Hey, we get a POW. At the very least, it makes the next turn more manageable. Okay, they get knocked down. They can't make a block. And then we're just going to go ahead and get... Well, maybe we'll just go ahead and play it safe and put them over there. We have the great big wall of lizards over there, so... See if we can get Hope a level up here. Oh, they fumbled the ball, but let's see if a team reroll can help him. Oh, well, he couldn't do it. Okay, well, it happens. It happens. I probably shouldn't have passed it before, especially when it was a difficult pass, but time was winding down, so... I mean, we did have the team reroll to help him out there. They just didn't make the play. You know, they dropped the ball, as it were. So they'll try and get some blocks in here at the last moment, but they're not likely to do much. Basically, just as long as I don't sustain a big injury, then we'll win the game. They aren't really even... They haven't been trying to get the ball the last 2 turns, so... So again, you know, we had a couple of things that didn't go our way there, but in the end, we still won the game against a very finesse-oriented team. And we didn't have anyone die or suffer any long-term injuries that time, so... Alrighty then. We get our 6 on our winnings. That's actually really great, because now we can replace our player that we lost in our second match. And our new fan factor is going up, up, up. Yep, our coach is leveling up. Yep. And Swatter got the MVP, so they are close to leveling up for our next match, if they can get a pass. Yeah, in the next match, if they can make a successful pass, then they can gain a level, so that's nice. And then their Tree Man got an MVP there, so... That's quite nice. So you can take a look at the statistics here. You can also watch replays, and you can kind of look back on your best games, I guess. But if you're doing a Let's Play and it's already archived for yourself and everyone to see, then replays aren't always important. But it's there for people that just like to play, you know, in a non, you know, sort of Let's Playing fashion, and you can watch things and look over what went wrong or what strategies maybe you want to employ against a certain team next time. Maybe competitive players use this option a bit more than most people, So we inflicted a good number of injuries and KOs this time around, and they didn't block quite as much, but that's okay. We each had a successful pass that led to a touchdown, and then we ended up having the ball much more than they did. But yeah, things are pretty good. We had lots of running yards. You know, we had a big rushing attack, and our big guys up front just paved the way for us. So if we can get someone with the sure hand skill or a passing skill this level up session, then I think we'll be pretty good to go. So we got a nice good spread of the star player points this time. The Mad Basher got in with a nice good old smackaroo. And then our Skinks ended up doing a good deal of work there. They ended up even getting an injury out of it. So that's pretty nice. Getting a couple of injuries, actually. So they were doing pretty well as blitzers and running all around. So they're actually, like, they look like throwaway players, and they kind of are. They're the ones that you do want getting thrown around if they don't have any star player points on them. But they are very helpful to have because they can move around and provide assists for you with their 8 movement speed. So this is a very good blitzing team, I found, because everyone can move around at will if you can clear an area for them to get out and move around. And very, very strong team in my opinion. Alright, so we have a couple of level ups to do with our roster, and we also need to get a new player. So we're going to get the new player first. So the Lizblitz will be replaced. So again, he will live on in our memories, but we have to kind of move on. The Blood Bowl matches must go on, as well as the tournament. So let's go ahead and buy a new player here, and we want a Saurus. If we end up losing another player, then we can go ahead and replace them. We can probably replace them with a Skink player. The Golden Horns. You know, the Golden Horns here look like a nice, good synergy there, so I'll probably go with that one. Let's randomize the name and see if we can see something that comes up that suits our fancy here. Conkawiga Babalada. Let's go ahead and go with let's go with Conkaball or Konkuball. I don't know. Maybe that's not really a good name. I'm trying to think of Conquer Ball. You know, not really a good segue there, but let's see what's some good names. Oh, Udazor. Let's do this one. We can have it sound like a Godzilla monster name or something like that. So we have a nice, good old Udazor here. I think maybe Head 1 might be what we go with. Yep, the nice shiny golden horns. Udazor, welcome to the team. Let's hope you bash a lot of skulls in to go ahead and make up for the Lizblitz being, you know, taking the dirt nap. And again, there will be a nice, you know, burial somewhere for him in Lizardman land to be in remembrance of his helping us jumpstart the team, helping us to get our first win, and playing Blood Bowl valiantly. So I guess, confirm purchases, I guess. Like, I don't know why it needs to make you do that, but I guess maybe if you're on more of a budget and you need to think a lot of things through, then maybe confirming the purchase can prevent you from making a misclick, maybe. Alright, so we have some skinks here that need to level up, so let's go with Mazda first. Mazda, what level up are you going to get? A 9, so just right outside of the 10 range, but, you know, they kind of have a good thing going here. So, there aren't really too many agility skills that we can really make use of. We really want to have... Maybe we can have someone else be a catcher, so we'll go back to him. We'll see what our other skink rolls for their level up. You can't re-roll it, obviously. If you cancel out of it, it stays at the 9. But I want to see what Iztacotol rolls first before deciding on what skill that the other one's going to get. An 8. Okay, so they both get basic skills here. So sidestep could be helpful as sort of like a way to go ahead and... If they try and tackle us, then we can decide where our player's going to go if we end up not getting knocked down. And since we have dodge, that makes it more difficult for them to knock us down. So sidestep could be very good here. Sure Feet is good for a runner who's really fast, who wants to go for it and reliably get around the battlefield without having to worry about using team rerolls. So our player with 9 movement later on could get Sure Feet after getting, like, Catch or maybe Sprint. So if you had the combo of Sprint and Sure Feet, that can get around not having a movement speed bonus. If you want to have someone, like, catch a ball and then be able to get down the field very fast. Leap is interesting. It's very good for people that like to blitz. If you want to go ahead and blitz, then you can go ahead and just kind of leap into an area. That's advantageous. And if they have... So if you have very long legs, then you can leap a bit better, obviously, but if you need a good agility to pull this off, so the Elven teams are usually better at leaping and then blitzing with like an Elven Blitzer, for example. Most Elven teams will do good at leaping. Diving tackle, maybe not the best. Kind of hard to understand diving tackle here from the wording. But basically, they end up subtracting 2 from a dodge roll to try and run out of a tackle zone. So if we were able to get like a general skill like tackle combined with diving tackle, that could be a very good skill to have to prevent players from just dodging around us all the time. The game recommends Sure Feet here, but this is only good for if you want a pure receiver character. I might just go for catch, just so that way I have someone that can catch the ball if we want to throw it. So if we have a couple of people that can catch the ball, then we can have more than one receiver. And then the other player, I think we're going to stick with maybe sidestep, perhaps. That might be the best one, to have someone that can be moved around all the time. Yeah, so the dice are going to be the same here. Diving tackle would be good on someone that we build as a blitzer, so I might hold off on that and save it for someone else. But I think getting someone with sidestep will end up being very good. Jump up is only good for probably big guys. Our big guys might end up, you know, jump up might be better for them since they get knocked down more often without suffering injuries. So this allows you to go ahead and, again, jump up. So you can go ahead and do that without expending movement. During final action, this where... Yeah, so Sneaky Gets is basically for someone that likes fouling, I believe. So I think that's something that the Goblin teams will make the best use of, because they have players that can get like the Dirty Player skill. And so Dirty Player plus Sneaky Get can allow you to get foul actions in and try and pile on individual important players to injure them. Yeah, so I think we'll go a sidestep here, and maybe down the road, if we can get some good abilities here, they can be a good blitzer or someone that can tie up tackle zones without being hit down. So if we can have him tying up 2 players, then you can sidestep out of the way to keep them in your tackle zone. And since he has dodge, it's going to be harder to knock them down. So if we can get block on this person, then they could be a very good blitzing player that can get into the action and make it hard to knock them down because they have dodge and block. That's a very potent combo for the dice rolls when you're trying to knock them down. A strength boost would obviously be the best for a blitzing player, but if we can get block, that might arguably be better. But yeah, that's going to probably do it for this episode. We ended up getting a couple of nice level ups here for our Lizardman team. Iztacotol got a good deal of star player points in that session, in that match. I think he got a touchdown, and then he ended up injuring a guy around near the end of the match, I think. So we were able to get a nice, good spread of star player points this time. We got some good knockdowns, and we got a couple touchdowns. So our Skink are leveling up fairly quickly here. These guys are not likely to score touchdowns unless they miraculously catch the ball somehow when someone fumbles it, and then they might be able to run one in for a score. Very unlikely. If one of them had break tackle, then they could make a very good blitzing character that if they do catch the ball, then they can run with it. Basically what break tackle does is that it uses your strength stat for the purposes of dodging instead of your agility. So if you have a high strength character with break tackle and you want to move them around for, say, a blitzing action, then that can make them a very effective blitzer to do that. But anyway, that's going to, I think, do it for this session and this third match that we ended up getting our second win against the Wood Elf team, a very finesse-oriented team that's very annoying with all their dodging, but thankfully we were able to pull through. We were able to do a lot of bashing in this match, and we were able to go ahead and clear lanes for our players and our Skink to just kind of run through with their high movement, and then just kind of wall off the rest of the area to make it difficult for them to be able to dodge through for free, basically. So that's kind of the strategy that you do with a more bashing type team, is that you go ahead and you bash through and you kind of create a wall with your positioning and you knock players down, hopefully hurt them and stun them. And then after that, you kind of maneuver your Skink around, not to get next to players most of the time, but just to kind of create a wall to where they can't just run through, and then they're forced to use a blitz on a Skink player, which is generally okay, even though they'll get good dice on the blitz. At least they're only knocking down one Skink instead of several of them. So it's a very good strategy, and we'll probably see more strategies next time when we go ahead and play the Skaven team, the Noxious Rippers. So I thank you all for joining me and for my lengthy episodes of playing Blood Bowl 2 with our Lizardmen team, the Sea of Red. And I'll see you all next time, and I thank you for all joining me for this sort of double-header episode of back-to-back matches. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Take care.